Hey guys, Andy here from Mediocre Hobbies coming at you with an informational video. This video is designed to help you guys with transportation and storage of your miniatures, which I know in this day and age is getting harder and harder to do with models getting larger, more complicated, flying out in all different directions. Even things like 3D printed miniatures, resin 3D printed models are quite fragile, so we need to take that into consideration when it comes to transportation, storage, and keeping these things safe. Now, a couple of years ago, I did a video on this case. It was very much like a hodgepodge job. It does indeed do its kind of function with some magnetic sheets on the bottom and some magnets on the miniatures. It's not incredibly strong, as some guys popped off there. The video did quite well, and at the time I thought this was the best solution, and I still do believe that this is the best solution moving forward on how to transport and store your miniatures. But things have moved forward, and there's now a company that's helping us do this in an easier way. And these are Warmag. I have a sticker from them, so I stuck it on my t-shirt to make it look all official. Did it work? I don't know. So just as a caveat at the beginning of this video, Warmag did not pay me in any way, shape or form to produce this video. They did hand me these bits and pieces free when I attended Griffcon a couple of weeks back. They had a stall there. So I got to chat to the owner for quite a long time about his company, what he was doing, why he was doing it, how it all works, bits and pieces like that. I was very much intrigued, like I said, because I had done that video. I definitely wanted an easier way of doing it. So he has already got prefabricated, pre-cut sheets, which fit perfectly inside one of the really useful boxes. I'm going to show you how that works in a moment. And then he also has prefabricated and pre-cut magnets which go into and underneath the bases of miniatures to help them stay in place perfectly. So the idea of getting one of these cases up and running is now so simple and so easy. There's also a really cool handy sticker set inside that you can put around the case, so along the side, along the top, on the front, so then you can write on it. So if there's a big stack of these things, you know what miniatures are in what case at a glance, which I think is a really cool thing. He actually thought this was kind of a crappy idea. Someone else in his company was had the idea and told him about it, and he wasn't sure, and I was like, I think it's a great idea. So this is really cool. So I'm going to very quickly show you how you set one of these cases up, what it looks like, and then what it entails doing it for yourself, because I definitely don't think everything should be gotten from Warmag, and I will tell you exactly what I mean about that at the end. So stick around and see how this case works. Okay, so this is the first version of that case that I made, and as you can see, it is a rubber magnetized sheet where you have to like cut off a line to connect together because you can't get one the exact dimensions of the box, and then we glued magnets to the bottom of them to hold the miniatures in place. Sometimes the connection isn't particularly strong and the models can slide around, so it did its purpose in storage to keep the models good. But if I was carrying this thing into my local gaming club or whatever to play some games, I would feel a little bit nervous about it. They definitely don't stay exactly where I would want them to stay. Okay, so setting up a new one using the Warmag stuff. So we have a standard really useful box. If you don't know what a really useful box is actually the brand name, and the cases come in about 1 million different shapes and sizes and stuff, and they're super useful. This is a 9-liter one. I'm also very partial to the 15-liter one, which is the same dimensions. It's just a little bit taller for taller, more awkward miniatures. But I think for what I want to do today, this is going to be perfect. So the first thing we're going to do is get our magnetic sheet, which I really like the fact that it's designed. It's not just a boring black rubber sheet. He has so many designs on his website, so you can customize them to have like specific aesthetics for different warbands or different game systems. Like my favorite one is kind of matches the matte. So you could have a matte style green base on the bottom of it, and then your fantasy miniature would look pretty sweet inside of it. Okay, so now to get this thing in, if you've watched my previous video, I threw a crap ton of super glue in here and then basically push the magnetic sheet down to hold it in place. Well, now I've been told that this is actually just a giant sticker. So what I have to do is peel off the back, line it up correctly. So I'm going to try and do this while also recording. So I'm going to shove it in the corner there, and then I'm going to do the old curly thingy so there's no like air pockets or anything. And there we have it. There is the magnetic strip is now contained inside the box, looking spiffy and stuck in. That's literally all you have to do. That was easy. Next, like I said, he does give these off some stickers, so I'm just going to quickly stick those on. So, for instance, you can stick the larger scale one on the top. I'm going to throw the Warmag sticker on top of that as well. If anybody sees it in a store so that they'll know where it's from. And then one long one, which is of course for the side of the case. So it doesn't matter if you stack these things front on or side on. You've got a nice sticker, and then if you stack them front on, there's already a sticker here, but we'll just go over it and say nothing. Not exactly the straightest job in the world, but there we go. We're all stickered up and ready to rock and roll. Okay, now for the magnets for the miniatures. So I'm going to be trying to magnetize up my... Sorry, it won't focus because it's too far away. My Black Templars. So my Black Templars are a force that is very near and dear to my heart. I have quite a large collection of infantry miniatures for my Black Templars, and some of them are kind of in crazy big poses. They have loads of bits sticking out on top of them that you know gotta be fragile with. Even especially squads like this, which you obviously can't see because it's so far away from the camera and there's not really good lighting up this high. So this is using a bunch of 3D printed extra parts. So plenty of this model is quite fragile. So like I said before, we had used tiny little magnets and we had to use green stuff and super glue to stick them in. But now, like I said, if I take a standard infantry space marine, you literally just push out one of these tabs, and these come in like every base size ever. So if you are buying them, I suggest you buy some for 28s, 25s, 40s or whatever. I just have the 32s at the moment, so I'm going to make that work. You peel off the end and flip the model upside down and push in. It sits completely flush with the base. Completely flush. And that's that done. It's already self-adhesive. It's already stuck down. Which means that if I now go to a case, the model is now stuck down, but not overly stuck down. You can easily pick it up, but he's definitely secure. Definitely safe and sound inside of that box. I'm going to add magnets to the rest of these guys and then show you what a case full of them actually looks like. Okay, so this is my Warmag case. Literally trying my hardest to make some models move. Pretty safe and secure. A couple of them slid a little bit after that rambunctious, but none of them broke off. And how easy is it to remove them afterwards? There you go. What a great way to store and transport miniatures. Like, my eventual goal is to have literally hundreds of these things and just literally keep my like archive of miniatures safe. I envision shelves with these things all stacked side on, all the way along and all the way high, keeping all my miniatures safe, dust free and ready to be used. I have a lot of stuff on display, but I'm still completely full up these days. So this will definitely be something that I invest in moving forward. Yeah, I think they're absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to come back to you now with my final verdict and what I meant by not everything should be gotten from Warmags, I feel, and what I meant by that. But yeah, as a case, I love this thing. Okay guys, there we have it, the Warmag case system. It gets a big thumbs up from me, it really does. It's the convenience of just having everything fit and just work perfectly, and you know, it's trusted, it's been tested. It makes me very happy. This isn't a company that was set up just to make these cases. It's a magnet company that this family has owned for like 2 decades or longer. They know a lot about magnets. So when they push their hand in and try and make something like this, they know what they're talking about. Now, like I said, the specific thing that I would not get from Warmag is the cases. I was even talking to the guy specifically at the stall, and he says that's one of the biggest problems that he's having is the cost of shipping is getting bumped up on his orders, having to ship these big clunky cases around the world, when realistically you just get them off Amazon. I bought these two from Amazon at €8 a piece 2 days ago, and now they are here. So what is the cost to get everything else inside the case? So for one of the sheets, which you stick in the bottom of the case and comes with all the stickers, is €12. So €8 for the case and €12 for the stickers. You're getting €20 to get one of these cases ready to go, magnets inside, stickers on. I think that's pretty good value. And then the sticker sheets themselves run for about €16, and then obviously it fills a sheet. So however many you get is dependent on the size of the base. So for instance, if you want to get the ones to fit a 25mm base, you get 84 of them on a sheet. So I think that's pretty good value. This is what I used filling my Black Templars. As you can see, there's more than half the sheet left over. Yeah, they just do get a thumbs up from me. Like I said, I envision, and I know historical wargamers have been using these cases in this kind of system for many years. So I am very happy to be delving into doing that. Like I said, I get new miniatures every single week. My cabinets are already out of space. You can literally see behind me, there's just models piling up that I can't store. I have nowhere else to put them. Whereas if I create a system like this, I could stack these cases from floor to ceiling, 10, 20 high, 4 abreast, 50, 60 miniatures in each one, safe and sound, that peace of mind. And then obviously just following the labels, being like, I need my Grey Knights today. Oh, there they are, and take those 2 cases out that have Grey Knights in it. Boom, done. Hopefully this has inspired some of you guys to go out and get the Warmag system yourself, or some magnetic sheets, these cases, and some magnets from a different supplier if you can find them. I think it's great. I think it's the future. I think magnetic cases are definitely the future of the wargaming industry, as, like I said, all of our miniatures are getting bigger, crazier, more fragile, and I think conventional cases with foam in them is just not really cutting it. So yeah, hopefully you guys found this video useful and interesting. It taught you a little bit more about magnetic cases and how to get one yourself. I will leave links below to everything like Warmags, the Amazon affiliate link for these cases that you can click on and order yourself as well. Like I said, the 9 liter one seems to be the go-to one. The 15 liter one is a little bit taller. It is a go-to for me a lot of times as well. So for instance, when I was doing this one, this particular Black Templar guy has a tall banner on his back, which means he would not fit in this case, even though I'd stuck a magnet to him and everything. So he had to get left out of the demonstration. So for slightly bigger miniatures, cavalry or anything, I suggest going one taller. And they go even taller again for crazier, bigger monsters. So these case systems are great. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do the 3 things you should do for all creators if you watch their content. Like the video, comment if you have anything to say, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. These 3 things cost you absolutely nothing, and they make the world of difference to us trying to grow our crazy little. If you want to support me even further, there's links to things like my Patreon below. You get access to a private Discord server and a bunch of other extra benefits as well. So if that's something that interests you want to help support and grow the channel, check that out as well. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one.